the angles to Polaris, the amount of refraction you would need for that is something on the order of like 25 to 30 degrees.
Yeah.
But something like 6 arc seconds at Black Swan is apparently too much refraction. It's like a panacea.
Oh, it's a couple of minutes, isn't it, for Black Swan?
I think I don't know. I
saying?
calculated to like 9 arc seconds. I think Scott Mackey said 4.
Hang on. Someone said before the horizon being below eye level due to refraction. That's rubbish. Due to the Earth being a globe. Check the chat.
Well, I have quotes from the Royal Astronomical Society in the 1800s testing the horizon at sea level. We're talking about 6 inches above the water, at 20 feet, at 50 feet, at 100 feet, at 150 feet. Many observations were done, and even 2 miles up in a weather balloon, not a weather balloon, a hot air balloon. In the basket, they set up an experiment. At every single instance, they had a theodolite with glass, and then they had basically a steel tube, a steel pipe that was closed at one end with a small aperture right in the center, and then on the other end it was open with a crosshair. And they compared the observations through the theodolite and then through the steel pipe, and they noticed that at every instance, including at sea level, the horizon dipped below eye level through the theodolite, through the glass of the theodolite. Now they figured that because of the glass of the theodolite, there was some type of refraction occurring. They called it collimation. That made the horizon always appear below the horizontal line on the crosshair. Now in modern times, they know about this and they correct for that. Even in the manufacturing of the theodolite, they try to correct for that. And there's also calculations. No, it's not, dude. I can do that. Dude, I have books that talk about precision manufacturing of optics, including telescopes, theodolites, and cameras, all of that. And this is something that is well known in precision optics that they have to account for. It's called collimation, because light bends downwards.
What? Do you want to hear why it's horseshit?
Why is it?
Because you can flip a theodolite. You turn the theodolite upside down to make a second measurement, and the horizon's still below horizontal.
It doesn't matter the orientation of the theodolite. It has nothing to do with the orientation of the theodolite.
So it's nothing to do with the theodolite or the optics.
No, the light always bends downward. It doesn't matter if you hold the theodolite backwards. It has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, you just said they made things for the optics.
It doesn't matter the thickness of the lens. Whether it's not, is the thickness going to change when you turn it upside down?
No, you're looking through the center of a circular
lens. Right. So why would it matter if you flipped it upside down?
It doesn't. You're the one that claiming they had to do corrections for the lenses or some shit.
No, the thickness of the lens causes the light to bend down, dude. Literally, it doesn't matter how you orientate the lens.
The crosshairs are in the center of basically a spherical lens. Right? There's no distortion through the center. That's why the crosshairs are in the center.
No, there's still a horizontal dip, dude.
I agree.
Now, if you want me, I'll pull up. Dude, they're Globers. These are Globers that are observing this. This is well documented.
The horizon is below horizontal, yes. Nothing to do with the optics.
No, it is the optics. How do they know? Because they used the steel pipe with no lenses, just a regular steel pipe with an aperture on one side and a cross on the other. And they did the same exact measurements. They had both. It was perfectly leveled, just like the theodolite was perfectly leveled. Yet every single time they looked through the theodolite at every elevation, the horizon was always below eye level.
Yes,
below
nothing to do with the theodolite. Right.
Now, when they look through the steel scope with no lens, the horizon was always at eye level, always with the horizontal line on the crosshair, even at 2 miles up in a hot air balloon.
How do you level a theodolite in a fucking air balloon?
Listen, they did it. It's documented.
I would love to see it.
I got the names of the scientists. It's the Royal Astronomical Society from the 1800s.
Yep.
Now, with that being said, even in geodesic measurements, they account for this. This is well known, bro. And they correct for this in the calculations, just like you have standard refraction. They correct for it. They correct for the horizontal dip. That's why for example, when it comes, you brought up
surveys. Surveys don't.
Hold on, dude.
Point at the horizon, dude. Surveys
hold
never
on.
point at the horizon.
I'm not talking about that.
I've got to interrupt when you just talk.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about collimation. Look up collimation, bro.
Yes.
So to correct for collimation, what they do is they have the stations point at each other, and they act like that's going to cancel it out. That cancels out any collimation error. Go look at if you don't, bro. I know what I'm talking about, dude.
No, you don't. You clearly don't. To fix the collimation of a theodolite or an auto level, you do a 2-peg test. Would you like to see a video of me doing a 2-peg test?
Also, now you know what I'm talking about all of a sudden.
Yeah, because I know that you're full of shit.
Right. So 2 minutes ago, what are you talking about? There's no collimation. Now there's collimation. that you have to correct
Correlation is
for.
an error that you can adjust out of an instrument.
No shit. That's what I'm telling you, dude. And you're ignoring it. You're like, what are you talking about?
So you're
It's
talking
fu-
about
it-
people just using an uncalibrated instrument. Who gives a shit?
Exactly. So you have to calibrate, as in, i.e.,
Yes.
you have to correct for an error that's known as collimation that's caused by the lens of the theodolite.
It's caused by your theodolite being out of, out of collimation, I guess, out of alignment. There's no downward bias.
So they have to correct for
Just-
that. They have to realign the
They have to
horizon.
calibrate, not the horizon. Not the horizon.
No, I know, but you can notice this collimation error. You can notice it by using the horizon as a reference.
No,
Now,
can't do
granted,
that
they don't use the horizon when doing reciprocal zenith angles. I understand that. That's not the point here.
Jesus.
The point is you can notice this collimation error when you level out your instrument and then you reference the horizon with another instrument that doesn't have any lenses. You can see this error manifest.
Surveyors never reference the horizon. That's just.
I didn't say. I know that. I just told you that. I granted you that. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying in order to notice this error, though, you can use the horizon as a reference to notice this error.
You can't do that.
You don't use the horizon for spherical axis or reciprocal zenith angle.
How do you compare it to a horizon? Like, what if it's a strong refraction day? Then you've just adjusted out a collimation error that isn't there. It's retarded.
Now, here I can't pull it up right now, but I got manuals. I got a manual on precision optics and the manufacturing of precision optics. It talks all about this stuff, dude.
Right.
And when you talk about lenses and like barrel distortion and chromatic aberration and all this and that, collimation is just one of many things that lenses cause light to distort. Right? You agree with that?
If you're looking through the center
What's the original?
of a circular lens, then no, it's not going to do that. What's your username now? Lion. All right.
Can you
Here's
find
a
the
video
original
of me.
1800 thing?
Yeah, hold on, give me a second.
I remember reading it.
There's a video of me calibrating an auto level using a two-peak test. All right, I'll go feed doggies. It's 9 o'clock. See you.